Kyoto's magic, ancient traditions, and natural wonders. Welcome to our channel. With 70 years of combined experience as educators, we're taking our love of learning on the road.
Life after retirement is full of adventure. And if you can't travel the world, we'll bring the world to you, one city at a time. So we spent 2 days in Japan's most traditional city. Kyoto is like stepping into another world.
We begin our journey at the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove, where towering bamboos sway gently above the quiet pathways, creating one of the most peaceful places in Japan. Welcome back to our channel, and I just wanted to talk to you about something that I discovered while we were researching before our trip to Japan, and it's called the Goshen book or Goshen stamps. And you'll see a couple of them in the video, but unfortunately in the shrines and temples where the Goshen stamps are located, there's no videotaping or photos allowed. So I do have the Goshen book that I purchased before we left, and in the book you can see some of the different stamps that I collected at the different shrines and temples throughout our trip. And if you notice, each one is different and unique. And what's unique about them is that they're hand done. The calligraphy is hand done. The red is the stamp, and the black is the calligraphy that's done by the monks or the people that work at the shrine. And in some cases, they won't write in these books, but they'll give you a loose sheet, and then you can paste them in there. So you might want to bring a glue stick with you if you want to collect some of these Goshen stamps. This started off as just a collection of stamps, but as we went through the process, it became more of a spiritual journey. You have to go through the whole etiquette of going through the temple, bowing at the torii gate for the shrines, cleansing for both the shrines and the temples, and then paying respects to the deity of the shrine or the Buddha of the temple, and then you can collect the stamps. You also have to give a donation of about 500 yen, which is about $3.
Our adventure continued with a climb to the Iwatayama Monkey Park, where curious monkeys and breathtaking views of Kyoto awaited us at the top.
From there, we strolled the grounds of Kinkaku-ji Temple, a UNESCO Heritage Site said to house Buddha's sacred ashes.
Unfortunately, we could not enter because it's reserved for the monks, but we admire the Golden Pavilion and its reflection on the large pond.
Soon after, we visited the Kiyomizu-dera Temple, another UNESCO Heritage Site that has a large wooden terrace built without nails. It offers an amazing panoramic view of Kyoto.
Before prayer or meditation in a Buddhist temple or a Shinto shrine, cleanse at the water basin to purify your mind and show respect. Again, welcome to our channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about this costume I'm wearing. It's actually a yukata, and yukata is very similar to a kimono, except that it's not very formal. And what you must do when you're wearing a yukata, or the formal way of wearing it, is the left over right, and that's going to be very critical to remember. If you did it right, put your right hand through, and it should slide clearly. So again, it's always going to be the left over right, because if you did it the other way, that's more for funerals and for the deceased. So it's really disrespectful. So the only thing that you have to remember when you're wearing your kimono or your yukata is to remember to go left over right. As far as wearing it, you want to wear it with socks, and of course the shoes can be either the wooden or otherwise. There are plenty of different colors for the actual yukatas. For females, that tend to be a little more colorful, where for males, they tend to be a little bit darker. So you find a little more of the blue and the grays and blacks for the male yukatas, where for the females you will wear the colorful. What you can do is to make it a little more formal. You buy the actual bows already made. So you put on your belt and you put the bow, and it's already made, and it really makes a difference. In this case, it was made. So I did it myself, where in this case is a lot easier. You just put the bow together. And that is about the yukatas. Again, informal kimono, left over right. Just remember that, and you should have beautiful pictures and enjoy the Japanese culture.
The next morning, part of our group dressed up in yukatas before visiting the famous Fushimi Inari Shrine, with 10,000 donated red torii gates winding up the pathway.
So that morning, I dressed for the occasion. I wore a pink yukata, yellow sash, white socks, and wooden sandals, and a pink fan to match. I also enhanced it with a pre-tied bow and a parasol, and completed the look with a string bag and decorative hairpins.
Walking through thousands of vibrant red torii gates was one of the highlights of this shrine, as torii gates are associated with good fortune. Remember to bow before entering the torii gate and walk to the side of the path, as the center of the path is reserved for spirits and deities.
The Fushimi Inari Taisha is a Shinto shrine and the head of all shrines dedicated to Inari, deity of rice, agriculture, and business.
From sacred shrines, timeless beauty, serene nature, and home to 17 UNESCO Heritage Sites, Kyoto is the cultural heart of Japan.
Cleanse when you enter temples and shrines, bow before torii gates, and avoid eating, throwing trash, or talking out loud in public. When men or women wear yukatas, it's always left over right.
Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe.